Hello everyone, this theory goes over the timeline of events that ultimately led to the destruction caused by the first Homeworld invasion, and what Homeworld did to shatter or corrupt almost all of the crystal gems. Finally, I explain how Lapis Lazuli was not harmed like many other gems during this time. It all started over 5,000 years ago when Homeworld had been previously colonizing the Earth. We do not know when all this started exactly, but it was definitely a long time ago. We know what Homeworld's initial plans were, as explained by Peridot, and it could have been great. There was going to be 89 kindergartens, 67 ceasefires, and many galaxy warps. This would have caused the end of all life on Earth. Thankfully, Rose Quartz saw that every life on Earth was important and worth protecting, and starts to rebel against her kind with the help of her fellow crystal gems. And with the rebellion, most of Homeworld's plans for Earth were cancelled. Yet Homeworld was still able to complete a small portion of what it wanted to do, and this harmed the Earth. And as in any war, there were many casualties with tons of gems being permanently broken or corrupted. Soon after the gems formed and began to rebel, they fought battles against Homeworld at the Sky Arena. If you look at the place, it is in ruins. This is due to battles and that the Sky Arena is very ancient. Later, a huge battle was fought at the gem battlefield from Sirius Steven. Garnet says that countless gems broke in a maelstrom of death and destruction during the fight. You can see huge weapons, possibly made for fusion, scattered all over the place. And roughly 1,000 years after the war began, it became clear to Homeworld that there was no chance they could stop the rebellion. And so they came up with the plan to create a cluster. First, they made prototypes, also known as gem mutants, using gem shards created from the numerous battles. Once they successfully did that, the cluster was engineered and put into the mantle of the Earth. After that was completed, they fled quickly back to Homeworld using the galaxy warp or the colonization ships. During this time, we know that Lapis's gem was put into a mirror and later broken. But why would they have to flee in this manner? The cluster did not emerge until a long time after it was created, so it's not like they feared being destroyed by this earth-shattering fusion. It could have been that the crystal gems were just too strong at the time, and they had the power to destroy all the Homeworld supporting gems at that very moment. This of course would have caused a panic to have everyone make a desperate escape back to Homeworld. But the theory I like better is that Homeworld had another weapon which was about to be detonated, and everyone on their side had to leave or they would have been hurt as well. This weapon could have been a bomb of some sort, a weapon of mass destruction that had the potential to corrupt every single gem on Earth. While the shards came from the battles during the war, the corrupted gems came from the very last moments of it. In the return, we learned that Rose was able to use her shield to save a handful of her closest friends, but nobody else. Her shield was what stopped the weapon from corrupting herself, Garnet, and Pearl. And this was still in the ground at the time, so either it could be a contributor to her smaller size or it did not affect her at all, and she would have came out of the ground like this no matter what happened. As for the rest of the gems, we know what happened to them. The surviving crystal gems were then tasked with cleaning up Homeworld's mess. This meant gathering the corrupted gems before they caused too much damage to the Earth. There was also a lot of gem technology scattered throughout the land. Places like the kindergarten and the gem spaceship are examples of this. Even looking at the area surrounding the temple, it almost looks like a war happened around it. In Ocean Gem, when all the water is drained from the area surrounding the temple, it almost looks like there was a blast zone protected by a gem. This could show right where the weapon was detonated, although it is possible that this is just how the area has always looked when water is gone. Now to finish things off, there is someone I did not talk about that I mentioned earlier, and that is Lapis Lazuli. It's very much possible that the mirror she was stuck in for thousands of years is actually what saved her from being totally corrupted like many other gems. If this is true, then this object where Lapis was imprisoned was actually not the misfortune she had always thought it to be. Or she could have been saved simply because her gem was already cracked, which may not allow the gem to become corrupted. But no matter how she survived with her mind intact, it does not excuse the fact that the crystal gems left her in there. Why they left her in there, however, is a theory for another time. So that is a very broad timeline of the battle to save Earth. I hope in future episodes we learn more about this. But the most important thing that should be learned from this video is that the war had a huge toll, not only to the lives of countless gems, but also to the life on Earth. This is why, now that the cluster is taken care of, the crystal gems should definitely be scared of any new invasion by Homeworld. It's really not a question of if this is gonna happen, but when. I hope this theory video brought a lot of insight onto what happened during the war. If you want to see me make more videos like this, please be sure to subscribe and share this video. And if you want to be even more awesome, please consider becoming a supporter on Cartoon Universe's Patreon. And now, onto an unrelated topic, I was considering expanding onto some new cartoons now that I'm trying to upload more regularly. Since many of the cartoons that have great theory material are over or are ending soon, I thought I would make some videos showcasing the best theories from each cartoon, like a top 5 theories from Over the Garden Wall or something. Tell me what you guys think of this idea. If you have an idea, you can also tell me about that as well. I can also start doing theories on other current cartoons. Tell me which ones are your favorites that had the most theory material. I don't think I will do any anime because I know many great YouTubers are focused already on anime. And I will probably not do shows with more than 3 or 4 seasons that I have not already seen or committed to watching. Which means at this moment, no Adventure Time, although eventually it could become a possibility. So that's all I have for you guys right now. I hope you enjoyed watching.